There's Justin Payne in his third season. Education Day is underway in Tallahassee. Bounce pass into the corner there for Shavers. Couple dribbles off her foot. Good defense from the Colonels early. Picked up. They're wearing black. And now here is Jalomo, Jessalyn Jalomo, the 5'6" sophomore out of Laredo, Texas. High post, number 30, Amani Burks into the corner, baseline drive, and a foul called.
And this is something Coach talked about, that they have some quick guards, so they need to work on their defensive intensity and defending without fouling.
There's Coach Payne encouraging his team in the early action. Baseline underneath. Nice pass, floater, rattles off and cleared by Seminoles' Tatum Green. On the drive, high post entry and a layup there for Panya Davis.
You can already hear these kids going to be going all day, but that was a beautiful pass. I mean, over the top, away from the defense, and she had the easy layup.
Nicholls State lineup, Jalomo, McKnight, Matthews, Scott, and Burks. Backdoor cut, wide open layup is good. Nice play, and these kiddos will cheer for anybody.
And Florida State guards, there's a lot of switching, and that time they miscommunicated, and she had an easy backdoor pass.
Full court press shown by the Colonels. Risch getting the start for Florida State. Davis, the transfer from junior college, #1 junior college player. Last season, Williams, 3-ball, you bet.
And those are the shots that they want to take every single time. That was a perfect driving kick, and she had the open three.
How your eardrums doing so far?
You know what? It might be a long game with these kids behind us.
Poor Ansley sitting next to me might not make it to her first hit. That jumper is good.
Okay, Jalomo says, what you can do, I can do better. Another three, beautiful, and she created that for herself as well.
Another full court press. Risch, the transfer from Notre Dame. Talented player in the ACC. Tatum Green, transfer from Boston College, on the blow-by, and she lays it in.
And that's what they have to do. If Nicholls is going to press, you beat the pressure with pressure, and that's exactly what they did, over the top and driving to the lane.
Knowles by 2 in the early going. Near turnover, not on the save page. Jalomo, pick and pop, straight away triple, rattles out. Rebound collected, Florida State wants to push. Soleil on the drive, tipped out from behind. It'll stay with FSU. Quickly into the game for the Seminoles, it's Jazzy Shavers. You saw Maya Bonner in there for a split second as well. She's missed the last couple of games. Jumper, too strong. Davis fighting for it. And it'll go out of bounds.
And this is Florida State's motto. Drive, attack two, and once you attack two, find the open person, and they're shooting that shot every time. So I like that look.
What's the key to the spacing for Florida State offensively?
The key is to get space. So pace and space is something that they talk about in their system. And it's just making space for other drivers to be able to attack.
Knowles want to run in transition, layup, left it short. Davis able to collect offensively, and then thrown right here to us. Ansley sitting to our left. Athletic bounce pass back to the refs. Our officiating crew here today, as I look at the three, it's a veteran crew of Jeffrey Smith, Brandon Enterline, and Jessica Walker. Jalomo, guarded by Shaver, steps behind the screen, front iron, and it's picked up by the Knowles. They up the ante, the tempo, and a near travel, but a turnover. Coast to coast, layup, count it. Diamond McKnight.
And those are the turnovers that you can't have, those live ball turnovers that allow the defense to get some easy points in transition.
Oh, another turnover on Florida State as Williams off her own knee, out of bounds. So it'll be Colonels basketball. That is the third turnover from Florida State here in the opening frame. And the Seminoles will put Shavers back on the bench. Tatum Green, Panya Davis, Emma Risch, Sydney Bowles, one of the leading returners from a year ago, and Soleil Williams on the court for Florida State. Marie Kenbini hands it off to Hodley. Kenbini tries to establish, ball's on the deck. A scrum for it, jump ball, possession arrow will stay with the Colonels.
And one thing that makes this Florida State defense so good is how they pressure and how they get up and into you, and they switch at all times. But as you can see, they're all right there in the paint. They're ready for the ball, and they play great help side defense.
Early action here on Education Day is good defense from Florida State. The pressure just forced a Colonel out of bounds. That's number 2, Naira Wilson. Williams on the catch. High off the glass, she floats it in. Nice move.
That was a beautiful left-hand finish. I mean, they're in a very packed-out defense. And for her to just go over the top and drive, that's what you want to see from your point guard.
Down the lane, shot block, Davis. Sent it out of bounds.
And that's what Davis is here for, to also the shots and be a big presence in the paint, and that's what she is doing.
Kenbini staying with it. Layup is good. How about Nicholls State here in the early going? They show pressure. Bowles to the corner. 3-ball, Green. Too strong, rebound collected by Hodley.
And Nicholls' defense is amazing. I mean, they subbed out all 5, so they have fresh legs in there. And I can see this is going to be something that they do throughout the game.
McMahon, high post, Kenbini attacks, defense. Well, a foul called, and Davis can't believe it. There'll be a Colonel at the line. The first quarter here in Tallahassee. We'll be right back. She's got an activity book. She's going to fill out the entire crossword puzzle by the time this game ends.
I mean, that's a great thing to have for kids, and to keep them occupied, so maybe they won't scream as much during the game.
How you hanging in there so far? You okay?
You know what?
Your hearing's
intact? I might
intact?
not listen to any music for the rest of the day, but I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm going to hear screams in my sleep. Turnover here, Nicholls State leading by 2 after a pair of free throws. Sluggish start for the Noles.
And maybe we contribute that to an early morning start. I mean, we don't know, but they do need to.
Backdoor layup is good there for Hodley. And the Colonels push the lead to 4. Gurdon, Green turns, can't drop it in. Treadwell fighting for it, ball picked up by Nicholls State.
Yeah, Florida State just needs to settle in. I think they're having a lot of rush shots because of the press, so they just need to settle in within this press.
Kenbini, high post guarded by Treadwell. We'll take Treadwell inside, fake, turn, fade away. How about Kenbini? Oh, baby.
They are really surprising me. I mean, for her to be able to face up and put it on the ground, I mean, Marie is killing it right now.
6-point lead for Nicholls State. Another turnover from FSU. That is the 6th turnover of the opening quarter. On the drive, the layup is good. And an early surprise here from the Colonels. They lead by 8. Stepping into a triple, that rattles out. Offensive rebound, Green sticks it up and in. And that stops a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes by Nicholls State.
And this is what Coach talked about. Their guards are so fast, and they play defense very well. They try to rush you, and right now Florida State is rushed.
Errant pass finds Hodley, and she buries a three. Reese Hodley had only made one triple coming into the game. She's got a couple of them already. And another turnover from Florida State. The pressure in that full court press is really causing issues for FSU, and it's feeding and forcing Nicholls State into what they want to do.
I mean, that was just a broken play, and sometimes you just get lucky. And she had that shot. She was ready to shoot it. And like you said, they are coming to play. Nicholls is not going to be rolled over. They are ready for this game this morning.
22-11. Nicholls State backdoor cut. Unselfish pass, but a block. Treadwell was in on it. Rish has it. Transfer from Notre Dame. Head of steam, downhill, kick to the corner. Cross-court pass. Shavers trying to shake free of McKnight. Cross-court. Williams, Soleil. Euro step drive, not there. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll stay with Florida State. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Nicholls is making them work for everything. There are no easy lanes to drive in. They are contesting shots. I mean, they are making Florida State work.
Mid-range, Shavers wide open, front iron. Great look, and the Noles get the benefit of a deflection, that goes out of bounds. It'll stay with FSU as Justin Payne continues high energy on the Nicholls State bench. Shavers through contact, no. Second attempt, no. Block shot. Treadwell to the floor. There's a Colonel shaken up, trailing the play. She's up and able to run back, and it's Amani Burks. There she is, top of your screen. And Jalomo working against Green. Burks attacks, kick, corner three in the air. That's good.
It seems like Nicholls is playing how Florida State wants to play. They are rushing them, they are driving, hitting open threes, and that is the game plan for Florida State as well.
Diamond McKnight, best three-point shooter on the team, 45%. And it's a double-digit advantage in the first quarter for the Colonels. Shavers steps through, lays it up, no good. Batted around, and a jump ball. That possession will stay with FSU.
I mean, look at the way that she got up. She had the rebound, she came right from behind, and she just timed it perfectly, and then the hustle to keep the ball in bounds.
Davis turning. Bonner off the glass, that rattles out, no good. She's fouled, and we'll head to the line.
And that's what I want to see more from, especially on Maya Bonner. She did not play last game, but they really need her length and her size at the guard position. So I would like to see her attack the ball more.
Bonner came to Florida State 1 year ago, knocks down the first free throw. She came from Cal. She's from Fremont, California, named a team captain prior to the year starting. Hits both free throws. Had a massive fourth quarter 2 seasons ago against Tennessee in what was an upset for FSU here at the Tucker Center in the ACC SEC Challenge. 10-point advantage, Colonels. Jalomo working against Bonner, attacks, block shot. Physical from Bonner, now Rish into the open court on the attack. Scoop layup, no good, offensive foul.
Now look at this block. Just on cue, she is using her length against these smaller guards, timed it up perfectly without fouling, which is key, and was able to give her team another possession.
Shot clock is off. Colonels by 10, traveling. Noles will get one final chance here in this opening stanza. Brooke Wyckoff. You can see the look on her face. Just trying to get her team back to the huddle and regroup. Colonels have hit 6 for their last 8 shots. Florida State hasn't hit a bucket from the floor in nearly 3 minutes. Here is Davis. She'll try and end that streak and missed everything.
But that's the shots they like to take. They like to take the drive and the kick. It was a middle high ball screen. Both defenders came to her, and she passes her big.
That'll be the final play of the first quarter. Nicholls State 23, Florida State 13. More from Tallahassee when we return.
And one of the things that he said he added this year is more scorers, and you see that today.
That is off. See, they're going to talk it over. And it'll be Florida State basketball. Folks, I'm telling you, you're going to hear screaming all day. I recommend you screaming at home at your television, too.
Yes, match this energy that we're feeling in the building today.
You can't beat them, join them. Turnover again for Florida State. Burks, drive, layup, yes, in transition. That is 9 turnovers from Florida State. That was a huge issue for them against UConn. As Davis, underneath the basket, is fouled. And defense to offense here for Nicholls State has been the key.
I mean, they are jumping the gaps. They're playing the passing lanes. And then for her to finish like that, I mean, you want your post doing that. That shows the versatility of Burks.
They have no doubt come to play here in Tallahassee. Early start or not, the Colonels are ready. Bowles struggling against that constant pressure. Davis collects it on the spin move, can't knock it down. And the rebound for the Colonels, Nicholls State's Jalomo has it. Jesselyn Jalomo had 15 points against Alcorn State in the season opener. And check foul on Davis.
That's her second foul early in the second quarter. That's definitely not a smart foul because now she has to go to the bench.
So Davis checks out of the game. Nicholls State on the inbound. At the block, the turn, shot, no. Collected again, second chance coming for Nicholls. Jalomo. Kick to the corner, now a post feed. Canambini's been active so far. Good defense from the Noles. They swarm to the basketball. Turnover created. Bowles hangs through contact. Nice move there from Sydney Bowles.
Her change of speed. I mean, she went in first like she was going to go full speed, and then she slowed down with that second step to allow her defender to go by her and make the easy layup.
Sydney Bowles, the senior from Lithonia, Georgia, transferred from Texas A&M 2 years ago. The coaching staff really needs her to take more of the mantle, right? When you lose a Tanaya Latson, Omaria Gordon, KK Timpson. Bowles, a player who had 30 points in a game last year. Naturally, you're next in line to take over as Jalomo as the shot clock expires.
Jalomo is not scared tonight. She is shooting the three. She is handling the team. She is part of this defensive pressure. She has come to play today.
Shavers, 3-ball, knocks it down.
And that's what they need from Shavers. I mean, they have the crowd. These kids are ready to scream at any bucket, so that should get them going today.
For more on Sydney Bowles, Florida State's veteran, we bring Ansley back in.
Thanks, Aria. Well, she was selected as this year's K-Yao Servant Leader recipient. It's an honor that pays tribute to legendary NC State coach Kay Yao in her 22-year battle with breast cancer. Each recipient embodies great character and puts others' needs before their own. And Sydney told me it means a lot to wear this patch on her jersey, not only to honor the kind of coach that Kay Yao was, but also for Coach Brooke and everything she's been through, especially alongside a team that she loves going to battle with. And she's going to need to go to battle right now, Aria.
No doubt about it. And the Noles are going to need her here today. Kay Yao, legendary coach. And Genesis, I know from your time at NC State, Kay Yao means a lot to that program. I mean, the court's named after Kay Yao. What a great initiative, and we'll have the Kay Yao Challenge that goes on every single year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, across sports, why? I mean, everyone knows about KYAL and the foundation. Just the cause of breast cancer and bringing more awareness to that over the years has been a great thing.
Florida State trying to chip away. A lot of time left. It's been a slow start, no doubt. Nicholls State deserves a lot of credit. They have brought the juice.
And Nicholls State is also bringing 5 new players with fresh bodies that are ready to attack just like that.
Foul called there on Florida State as McMahon will go to the line. Treadwell guilty of it. What are the keys in games like this from your time at Illinois and NC State? No doubt you've had teams that came in ready to play, and you guys are the Goliath, so to speak, in that moment. What do you have to do to get your teammates to rally back?
I think you have to match their energy. I mean, they are having pressure on offense and defense. You have to match that same pressure. Also, settle down. I think a lot of shots have been rushed or a lot of these easy turnovers. You just settle down, play your style of basketball, and go and just do what you do.
And it starts on the defensive end, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Here's Williams breaking the press. Bowles, Knowles trying to work it around the arc. Shavers, clean look from 3. Not able to connect. Front iron collected by Naira Wilson, the freshman from Monroe, Louisiana. She had 9 points against Alcorn State in her debut for the Colonels. 10-point advantage. A traveling violation on Hadley. She shuffled her feet.
Yeah, and I just want to make a note is one thing that Nicholls State is doing a great job of is boxing out. They know that they don't have the height advantage, so they are using their fundamentals and boxing out Florida State so they do not get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Only 4 offensive rebounds for Florida State as the drive there is met with a foul. Soleil Williams got the step, and she will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Soleil Williams, who began her career at Princeton, then went to Texas A&M in the SEC. And it's a well that Florida State has gone to a couple of times. Sydney Bowles as well. Her and Soleil were teammates for the Aggies a couple of seasons ago.
And one thing about Soleil is she matches her speed with patience. Like even in that ball screen, she came off hard but waited to see what the cover was going to be. She saw the big showing low, and then she attacked the big, got the foul.
Soleil knocks down both free throws, an 80% shooter coming into the game. I was talking to Florida State associate head coach Bill Ferrara about Soleil and said her pace, her finishing ability at the rim, that stands out and should be a huge asset here for Florida State this season. They trail by 8, 6.5 to play in this second quarter. Aria Masudi, Genesis, Brian Ansley, Top Chick, our entire crew on Education Day. Nice 11 a.m. start. Hope you got your coffee and you're ready to rock with us. And the kiddos here bringing natural energy and caffeine. I miss those days. You didn't need any caffeine to get it going. 3 ball.
Being a kid.
Back iron. And rebound. Colonels into the open court. Attack, count it, and 1.
And one thing that you saw, she made sure she got into her body first, and she slowed down, got the contact, and the and 1. It means great body control, got the foul, and then to still finish over contact. That is elite finishing.
Naira Wilson, who has her first points of the ball game. It's still technically the morning, 11:34. Can't say afternoon or of the evening. We're still smack down in the morning. 33-22, Nicholls State. Bowles nearly had her pocket pick. Collects on the pass from Treadwell. 2-player game there. And now the shift to Shavers. Texas Tech transfer. And Tatum Green with 4 on the clock. Kick, great ball movement. Bowles wide open 3. Back iron. Got the shot you were looking for.
And that's a shot that Nicholls State is going to give up because of how much they're packing the paint. So you have to hit those.
Hodley not able to connect. How about Kenambini? Would not be denied. Offensive rebound and a offensive foul on Hodley. Lost control of the ball.
We'll have that bow, I think.
Go Bobcats.
Yeah, go Bobcats.
Yeah, a lot of fun here. This would have been something I think I would have ate up as a kid. No doubt getting to come to the Tucker Center. A lot of fun there. Tucker Pierce, our producer, appreciate you putting that together. Yeah, who knows? Whoever's in that crowd today, they might be calling this years from now, reminiscing on it. 3 ball is good. Shavers and Genesis. Florida State really needed that shot.
The third time's the charm. I mean, they had 2 offensive rebounds to get to that 3-point shot and knocked it down. And they need to build off of this momentum.
Seminoles also able to get a stop. 3 ball there, back-to-back threes. The defense getting a couple stops, leading to some offensive efficiency.
And that's what happens. Your defense will lead to your offense. I mean, they're patient. They seem more settled as well when they get stops. And it comes from offensive rebounds. When you have an offensive rebound, your defense is scrambling, and that allows you to have those open shots from 3. And then Soleil, I mean, just making her own shot. Defense didn't step up, and she hit it.
And a timeout taken by Nicholls State as well. A quick 6-0 spurt for Florida State in the last 24 seconds. That's their 4th triple of the game. That's something you talked about they want to do, right, in the open. They've got to knock down shots from beyond the arc.
Yes, you got to live or die by the 3-point line. And Coach Wyckoff talks about they want to have 35 attempts at 3. So I'm sure they get in the gym to make sure they can make those, but as well just being versatile in your offense.
Another defensive stop coming from Florida State. Ball on the deck. Oh, great recovery from the Colonels. On the attack, shot up, no good. Offensive rebound. Knowles just couldn't get their hands on the ball. And that frenetic pace favors Nicholls State.
And they're getting a lot of points of just being active on defense.
Bowles' 3 rattles out. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the stick back not there for Green, but she was fouled.
Nicholls State activity on both ends of the ball is what's getting them the 50-50 balls. And those are the balls that either team could get, but it matters who gets to them the quickest.
That activity going to be a problem for Florida State here today. They're going to have to hit some shots, make your free throws, and the offensive rebounds will be key. As Green not able to hit the first. Tatum Green, 6'3" sophomore, transfer from Boston College. Began her Seminole career with a double-double against Florida A&M on opening night. Last year against North Carolina in the ACC tournament, she had 18 points, and that was the most ever for a freshman in an ACC tournament game at the time. Left 2, though, at the line, and it remains a 7-point deficit. But now offensively, Nicholls State, they've slowed down just a bit. Have you noticed anything from Florida State's defense that's caused them issues?
Florida State is being more principled. Like, for example, they try to hit the back door because of the pressure, and they were still right there. They're not overplaying like they were at the beginning of the game, and that's how Nicholls State was capitalizing on a lot of their mistakes.
Seminoles have forced 9 turnovers. A wide open 3. That one not going to roll in for Sydney Bowles. Tell you what, Florida State's getting some good looks. They've had open opportunities. They're just 4 of 15, though, from beyond the arc, and shooting 35% overall in this game.
And those are the shots that Nicholls State are giving them. They're packing it in. They're being really physical on the inside, and they're allowing those kickouts, and they're going to live with some of those makes.
Bowles turnaround jumper from 10 feet. See if that gets her going.
And I like that from Bowles because she is 0 from 4 from a 3-point, and she decided to go in, get an easier percentage shot, and that was a beautiful play.
Top of the key. 3-ball launch. Rattles out. Offensive rebound. Stick back. Not going to get there. And the Noles will clean the glass and push in transition. Shavers feeds it to Williams. Her three is good. And here comes Florida State.
And just like that, a 2-point game. Their threes is what got them back into this game.
11-0 run for FSU. Offensive foul.
Now look at this turnaround by Sydney. She gained her space, created that separation, and her high release is what's making her so hard to guard. And then with Soleil, I mean, stepping into it, catch and shoot, that's all day for her.
Under 2 to play before halftime. Florida State has steadily chipped away. Now a bucket ties it or takes the lead. Drive, shoulder down, high off the glass. We are tied. Jasmine Shavers.
And this is what I think Florida State would like to play, is because even though they shoot so many threes, they need to counter that with attacking as well to open up those threes more.
On the attack, not there. Second chance, jumper, missed everything. Imani Burks. Now the Noles trying to take the lead. Shavers calls out a play, screen coming here from Treadwell. Shavers instead passes it to Treadwell. Williams, 3-ball off to the left, rebound collected by Nicholls State, and a foul on Treadwell.
If Soleil would have made that, that would have made this building erupt. And that's also Treadwell's second foul as well, so that would be something to look out for in the second half. Florida State's going with a little bit smaller of a lineup. Seems like there's 5 guards out there right now.
Kenambini, kick out, pull up Jay. Wilson, back iron. Big drop for Turtles. Here in the second quarter, Rish, 3-ball, oh, spit out by the rim. On the stick back, no. And the Seminoles not able to convert. Still tied at 35.
They're just going to wait to take the last shot. Let's see what kind of play they run. High ball screen.
You going right to the basket here? Well, the answer was trying to. 2-1. Rish, half-court heave is in the air and off to the right. So Florida State outscores Nicholls State 22-12. Local elementary and middle schools have made their way here for this matinee between Florida State and Nicholls State. And we are underway in the third quarter. Quick 3 launched. It's short. Seminoles want to run and have a numbers advantage. Soleil on the attack. Was it blocked? It was. Out of bounds. She wanted a foul. It'll stay with the Noles.
I think this whole building thought that was a foul, but like for her to pay through contact, and they're having an out of bounds play.
See what the Noles draw up. Davis on her pivot foot, trying to find the glass, can't get there. She does stay with the ball and saves it. 16 on the shot clock, second chance. Williams steps into a 3, that rattles out. Rebound by Jalomo.
And Davis had those 2 early fouls in the second quarter, which allowed her to come out. So I'd like to see her kind of make an impact in the second half.
Berg's cross-court pass. Diamond McKnight takes Green off the dribble, block shot. That wingspan from Tatum Green. An advantage there for the Noles.
And Florida State has long guards that has a great defensive presence.
And an offensive foul before the made bucket. That is Tatum Green's second.
That was a great job by Nicholls State to get into there And Tatum, on that next time, she has to play off 2 feet to make correct pass, and you don't get that charge.
Jalomo, double team comes, full court pressure leads to a turnover, and the Seminoles lead. Jasmine Shavers, for the first time since they were up 9-7 midway through the first quarter. Imani Burks, no resistance, just laid it in.
And Burks have done a great job of attacking from that mid-range area and going all the way to the basket.
Davis off the feed from Williams. Seminoles retake the lead.
That's just a heads-up play. She saw a defender lacking, and she threw it over the top.
Davis has 4 points and 3 rebounds. The Australian. On the other end, Burks takes Davis to the rack.
I mean, you would have thought that was a replay. That was the exact same move that she did the last time down.
That press from the Colonels. Knowles beat it. Davis again down the lane, able to lay it in.
So we're seeing a battle of the bigs these last couple possessions. I mean, they're going back and forth, scoring on each other.
Does it feel like the Knowles have a better plan for the press here in the quarter?
I do. I think they're more settled, and also they're bringing pressure on the defensive end, which is not allowing Nicholls to have easy looks.
Terrific touch pass, Burks. Got her defender in the air and laid it in. Tied again, trading buckets.
That was a great pump fake. I mean, for her to be able to know that someone was behind her and she didn't get that easy block and to make the shot, that was great awareness.
3 ball blocked. A whistle. Is that going against Nicholls State? It is on McKnight.
Well, if we take a look to these baskets, I mean, how they're going back and forth. I like to call it the battle of the bigs. I mean, down low to have that kind of body control and still make that shot shows her versatility as a post. And also on the flip end, from the offensive rebound, pump fake, let Tatum Green go pass, and make the easy layup.
That was a terrific touch pass from McKnight. Both teams have hit 3 shots here in the third. Bowles, Bonner, 3 ball, missed everything. Out of bounds, off the foot of a Colonel. It'll stay with FSU.
And that was a great look. I mean, those are the threes that she normally makes, so that was a great look.
Rish will trigger. Into the hands of Bowles. Bowles converged by a trio of Colonels, and she is caught with a 3-second violation.
And even though Bowles had the height advantage, Nicholls is doing a great job of clogging the paint. Every time someone has gotten into the paint, they have drawn 2 or 3 defenders.
Morris into the right corner for Matthews. She works against Green, pair of 13s going at each other. Wilson. Green switches on to her. Burks. Guarded by Treadwell. Burks under her right hand. Foul called. Nice move. Initiated and received the contact she was looking for. And Imani Burks will head to the line for a pair.
Man, Imani Burks, a 6'2" senior, the way that she is attacking off the bounce, I mean, she is taking these Florida State posts off the dribble and having great looks at the basket. She's also from Florida, so you might suggest that she has a little bit more of an edge. She wants to win in her home state. So I like to see her continue to get involved in this offense.
First free throw from Burks rattles home. One more coming. And 50% free throw shooter on the year, holds true to that average. 1 of 2. Bonner dribbled it off her own leg. Out of bounds, turnover.
And those turnovers aren't the worst because they're not live ball and they're scoring on the opposite end, but you get a chance to set up your defense.
On the attack, block shot out of bounds. Bonner got a hand on it. It'll stay with the Colonels. Rish will take a breather. And Morris will inbound underneath the basket. Over the top, Burks guarded by Davis. Backdoor cut, too much steam on that pass. And it'll be Seminoles basketball.
And one of the things Florida State has adjusted to is they have more of a guard lineups, a smaller lineup to kind of counter these athletic guards and post on Nicholls State.
Bonner on the left wing. Florida State trails by 1. Davis on the attack. It was deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Florida State. Last touch by a Colonel. And Davis, who the coaching staff feels could be the most talented overall player on the team. They're working on the efficiency around the basket. You've seen that in the early going. It's a big jump at this level. As she misses, stays with it, has a third opportunity, make it a fourth opportunity, and she gives it up to Green. 3 ball, count it. That's big for Soleil Williams.
Just like they drew it up. But no, that's great from Davis. I mean, she's more of a finesse player. We see her get into the passing lanes.
On the recovery, a traveling violation. Full court press. Here's Green. Bowles thought about the 3, jab step, attacks the basket. Great ball movement. Williams again, that 3, oh, it spit out. Didn't get the shooter's touch. Williams, that's 16 points to lead all scorers.
I mean, Williams 4 from 8 from the 3-point line. That's a great percentage. That's a nice shot for her.
Wilson on the catch, takes Bonner to the rack, scoop layup, not there, rebound, Bowles, Knowles want to run, pushed into the front court, nice pass to Green, Green got blocked by the underside of the backboard, but not before a foul called on Burks. And so, Florida State will have a
game where she was really the main contributor on the offensive end, and she's jumping right into that point guard role, getting her teammates set up, but also getting hers, and that's what you want from a point guard.
Soleil had 18 points against Florida A&M, 15 against Georgia Southern, and 14 against UConn. Has led Florida State in scoring in each of the first 3 games of the year. Splits the free throws, Tatum Green does, I should say. And Tatum has FSU leading by 3. Quietly, a nice game for Green, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Peter on the pass, but recovered by the Colonels. Kenembini on the right hand, nice move, just couldn't finish. The activity, though, from Nicholls State, they're playing hard, couldn't stay with the ball that time. But they've given great effort on the glass as well.
Yeah, and although this is a very balanced game for Nicholls State, but their posts are really being the main contributors when it comes to the offensive end.
Errant pass from Bowles. Carried Bonner out of bounds. A careless turnover there for FSU. That is their 13th of the game. Had done a much better job in that second quarter of limiting the turnovers. Backdoor cut. Kenembini didn't like what she saw. Passes it off, and a foul on Florida State. It's away from the basket. On Williams. A little over 3.5 to play in the third. McMahon. Post feed, Kenembini against Davis, 6'6" Davis. Oh, count it and 1. Charles would not be denied.
that was all strength from her. She wanted that bucket. She went up strong, and to play through the contact shows how good of a finisher she is. I mean, she had 2 players, and Soleil came in right at the end to get that foul.
Genesis, they end up crediting that foul to Davis, and why that's a big deal. That is her 3rd.
That is a very big deal. I mean, her 3rd foul, 3.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You wonder how this would impact the way that she plays.
Bonus free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Nicholls State. That's their 11th offensive rebound of the game. Colonel's looking to take the lead in the 3rd quarter. Splitting a pair of defense. Charles fading away. No. Davis rips a rebound down. A foul. It'll go the other way. That's on Nicholls State. Coach Payne urging calm and connectivity for his team. What's the key, Genesis, to playing in foul trouble?
I think you have to be careful, but not too careful, because you don't want to be timid on both sides where you're giving up more things because of your timid play.
Marisha's 3-ball, good look, didn't connect from that corner in front of her team bench. Williams calls her own number for 3 from way downtown. Soleil Williams.
And with the length of Scott contesting that shot, she had to make it a little bit higher with her arch and still took it down.
Soleil's got 19 points. Knowles by 4. Scoop layup, too strong. And the Seminoles trying to extend this lead. On the attack, the drive, it'll be a blocking foul. That was Shavers on the attack to the rim as we take another look at Soleil, her 5th 3 of the game.
I mean, she's shooting it at a high clip, 5 for 9 from 3-point field goal, 6 from 11 from the field. She has been the X factor in this game today.
The former Gatorade Player of the Year in high school in the state of Ohio. Soleil Williams, a big get from Texas A&M. As Shavers knocks down the first. You can see she can do it from all 3 levels.
And that's what makes her unstoppable. When you have a point guard that can score all 3 levels, while also she's a good facilitator, she's a do-it-all point guard. Those are the ones that you want leading your team.
Wilson drops it. Williams off the turnover. Knowles want to run, trying to create breathing room. What a feed to Panaya Davis. Davis knocks it down. Florida State. It is a 7-0 run in under a minute, and they lead by 8.
She was right on cue. I mean, the way that she waited just a little bit to get her big chance to get down the court and then pass to her right on time was a beautiful facilitating move.
McMahon turning hot around the corner and steps through for the layup. That was nice.
Now, McMahon went through the trees for that basket. I mean, that was great poise by her.
India McMahon, the junior from Sour Lake, Texas. That 3-ball. And Shavers joins the 3-party.
And this is Florida State's game. They love high pace, space, as Coach Wyckoff says, pace and space and space, and they're just knocking down the open shots.
Jazzy Shavers with 17 points. Her high is a Seminole. This is what they want to see from Jazzy. What a pass. Green and Knowles starting to run away with it. Timeout taken by Nicholls State. Florida State hit their last 4 shots. They've exploded in the 3rd quarter, and they lead by 11.
Confidence as a player, but also confidence in your head coach to let you run the show. And I think as a point guard, that is what you need to have at all times.
What do they say? Play fast, but don't hurry.
Exactly.
And that's the way Soleil has been playing here today. A turnover forced by the defense, coast to coast. The layup is good.
Right on cue. She's doing it on both sides of the floor. She's attacking on defense and offense and getting easy buckets.
Another steal. Williams, her 5th steal. Doing it defensively, and another timeout taken by Nicholls State. It should be able to translate to the rest of her teammates as well.
Oh, for sure. You can see everyone having just more confidence too. And I think at the beginning of the game, they had kind of got frazzled by the way that Nicholls State was playing defense. But now they're settled in. They're playing their style of basketball, and it shows right now.
Here's Morris, guarded by Risch. Long arms of Risch, forcing a difficult angle on a pass. McKnight to the basket, off balance, no rebound. Panya Davis, her 8th. Coast to coast, Euro step, oh baby. Panya Davis, 94 feet, doing it herself.
Now when your big can do that, go coast to coast, and get the beautiful right-hand finish on the left side, that shows some good skills.
Matthews, able to bank it home right in front of the buzzer. Not before Florida freaking out. So just be on standby. If you're confused at home, I barely understand.
We could blame TikTok for that.
Panya knocks it down. There's a Florida State team now that's made their last 8 shots from the floor in that third quarter. Soleil Williams had 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting. She's got 23 to lead all scorers. Mid-range jumper. Some tired legs now from Nicholls State. And FSU running away with it. Risch over the top, terrific feed, extra pass, unselfish basketball. Risch knocks it down. And that's gonna make the coaching staff and that bench happy.
And that just shows the resilience of Florida State to not start off how they wanted to, but to continue to press on, and it's showing by the score right now.
68 points for Florida State. Nice layup there to stop the run. Foul called on the floor. Under 9 to play. Seminoles withstood a furious start from Nicholls State. Climbed all the way back. Took their first lead in a while early in the third quarter. And they haven't blinked since. 68-50. Jumper, mid-range, that'll work. Nice looking J from Reese Hodley.
Nicholls State is putting a taller defender on Soleil to try to slow her down.
Davis, eyes her defender, pivots and turns. Green lets it fly. That's off to the right. Good look there for Tatum. Knowles had improved from beyond the arc as the blow by. Risch got a hand on it. Forced the errant shot. Knowles now 9 of 28 from 3. A timeout from Brooke Wyckoff. Things had stagnated just a little bit. And that'll take us to our media. 68-52, Florida State by 16 on with 17. I think when the Noles went to the portal, this was what they were expecting as Risch. Her 3 ball is good from the top of the arc. So the Seminoles now in double digits for 3. But you need those two to be a consistent night in and night out.
For sure. I mean, that's what Coach got out of the portal. She said she needed more scorers to kind of balance what they lost last year. And Florida State is showing that they're still a high-scoring team. Not as high yet, but we'll see it as the quarter goes on. But that was a nice shot by Nicholls. But they just got to maintain the lead. I think they got to keep the foot on their gas.
It's not easy to lose, obviously, to Niall Adson, but Amaria Gordon and KK Timpson, who was selected in with the 19th pick by the Indiana Fever, she was getting time. With Caitlin Clark, you could see it, right? I mean, KK Timpson was a phenomenal basketball player at Florida State, set all sorts of records. And Amaria Gordon's one of the best point guards they've ever had. It's not easy to replace that trio who had been here for such a long time.
Right, and it looks like Soleil is finding her own groove as a point guard. Has kind of a different style, a little bit more size, but she's showing that she could run this team, and they got her out of the portal for a reason, and she's showing it tonight.
And there is a feeling out process with a new school, a new system, a new program. And Williams starting to come to life for the Noles early in the year. That one going out of bounds the other way. Nice job by Florida State's defense. Now they have forced 18 turnovers in the ball game, which has led directly to 27 points.
And that's the adjustment they made, especially in that second half. They weren't being so passive. On defense, they were getting into the gaps, helping each other out, and it's showing when they had all those points in transition that boosted this lead.
Shavers' three ball is good. She's got 20. Shavers, who had 33 double-figure scoring games for Texas Tech at one point, 15 straight, was a tremendous scorer in the Big 12, top 10 in the league in points per game, all-conference performer, Jasmine Shavers, and they thought they had struck a gold mine when they got her. She scored 18 against Florida State last year in the Paradise Jam, and now has 20 here tonight. On the turn, oh, how about that? Banks open. It is the middle of the day.
That is a very hard shot, actually, to make on the top of the key and hit a bank shot, so she had perfect touch with that.
Shavers, hot hand, count it. Another one for Jasmine Shavers, her fifth three.
You can tell she's getting the bench involved as well, dapping up her assistant coach.
Ansley's going to have a tough time picking between Shavers and Williams as players of the game, and you hate to see that as Williams took it off the face, slow to get up.
Not sure what happened. I think she tripped over someone's feet.
We're going to take a quick breather as an injury on the court. Williams able to walk off under her own power. Good to see. Florida State by 21. It's Education Day in Tallahassee. Thousands of elementary and middle school kids joining myself, Genesis Bryant, and Ansley Topship here in the Tucker Center. That three ball misses everything. Goodness.
And one thing Florida State is doing, they're making it hard to throw any pass. So entry passes, sideline passes, any pass, they're making it hard at denying, and that's causing a lot of trouble for this Nicholls State guards.
Final 5.5 or so in Tallahassee. The Noles poised with a strong second half performance to get their third victory of the year. Baseline drive, and Shavers has really come to life here in this fourth quarter.
I think Jasmine did a little too small celebration. You can tell she's feeling it right now.
Shavers with 25. Baseline drive, cut underneath the basket. Nice pass though, top of the key. Swung over to Jalomo. 4 on the clock, Jalomo 3. Jalomo 2-1. Off balance, shot, and she banked it in.
That was a good shot. I mean, the fact that she was able to get it off, first off, with the longer defender on her, and then to make that shot, you wonder if this will get them going a little bit in these last 4.5 minutes of the game.
Rish, three ball is pure. That is her third triple. Emma Rish, a sharpshooter.
And Emma silenced anything that I just said previous to that 3-point shot.
Morris thought about lining up a three. Burks, ball fake against Treadwell on the attack. Offhand lay-in, nope. And the rebound by Green. Bulls, Treadwell flashing down the lane. Couldn't get her hands on it cleanly. And it'll be a turnover. Knowles have hit their last 5 shots from the floor.
And that was a great look by Sydney. Just a little bit too much on the pass, but she was open going down. When your bigs run, you want to reward them by giving the ball to them.
Florida State at this point outscoring Nicholls State 47-23 in the second half. Seminole team that trailed by as many as 12. On the drive, deflected by Green, long arms. Has a 6'7" wingspan. Shavers, transition three. She's really feeling it. Jasmine Shavers is on 30-point watch.
I mean, she could throw a rock in the ocean right now. That's how high level she is shooting right now.
Her career high is 32. She was at Texas Tech. She's got 28 right now. 6-0 spurt. It's been the Shavers and Williams show. Here she is. Head down, nice pass. Treadwell got caught in a tie-up. Possession arrow going the other way.
I mean, Jasmine is just showing that she came here on a mission. I mean, the step in, shot in transition, hold the pose, a little love in basketball, hold that pose, Monica. But she is doing a great job at just getting the easy ones.
Does the basket seem as big as the ocean when you're feeling good shooting it?
Oh, man, I would love to see her get even more involved, have some more plays ran from her, and see if she gets her career high.
She's 4 away from it. Backdoor cut, good idea. The execution not there. Turnover number 20 on the ball game here for Coach Payne's side. And there's a lot I think he can take away from that first quarter. Really the first 15 to 18 minutes, Nicholls State really came to play and showed you what they can do in the Southland Conference.
Yeah, I would think that they would look at this film and be proud of themselves. I mean, they did a great job, especially that first half, just containing with this Florida State offense and defense, and I would be proud if I were them.
There's a three from the rookie, the freshman Mari Girton. They really like what Girton's going to become, the freshman from Cincinnati. Burks nearly traveled, kept her pivot foot. You wouldn't know it from the score. Knowles lead by 30, but this was a ball game at halftime. Tied at 35 all. From an energized side in Nicholls State. .90 seconds to play. Rish, free throw line, jumper, back iron. Rebound to the Colonels. They've got numbers advantage. No look pass, unselfish basketball, counted and one.
And you love to see Nicholls State continue to play hard, continue to play to the final buzzer. I think they can really learn from this game, just the pressure that Florida State causes. Their press caused a lot of havoc for Florida State in the first half. And I could see that being something they hang their hats on throughout the season.
That is McKnight who will go to the line. 1 point away from double figures. Shadiman had 18 points against Alcorn State in the season opener, 10 against UTEP. Too strong on the rebound. A good player from Mississippi Valley State in the SWAC. She averaged 13 a game prior to making her way to Nicholls State. Coast to coast, Davis, block shot. How about the recovery from the post player?
And Davis, she showed some energy after that. I mean, you love to see that. One minute left in the fourth quarter, but she still ran down to track that shot down and block it. And that's why she is such a force for the Florida State team.
12 points for Panya. They really believe she's going to be a special player for them. #1 junior college player in the country, an All-American, before making her way to Tallahassee. Haven't had a 6'6" post in a while for FSU. At this level, though, she'll continue to get better and learn as the game slows down.
And when your 6'6" post is diving on the floor for balls, that's how you know you have a great culture here at Florida State.
Offensive rebound by Davis. She'll go to the line. That is her 10th rebound of the game. She's got a double-double.
And she's showing that she is adjusting. I mean, the last game against UConn, she had 6 rebounds. Now she has 10 rebounds. And I would think that she would continue with this double-double streak because just her height and her versatility, she has a knack for the ball.
A rare miss in the early season from the free throw line for Davis. Came in 92%. We'll have one more. Does knock that one down. A pure stroke as Florida State nears the 90-point mark. For Brooke Wyckoff and the Seminoles, who last year made their 12th straight NCAA tournament appearance, just one of 8 programs as a timeout taken. 3 wins against the top 25 last year for Brooke. Got her to really find the chemistry that it takes to play at a high level.
I think it's great that you play at UConn and then you play at Nicholls State. Have different looks, different types of teams, different type of reads that you have to make. And you can learn from each player.
And Florida State will have some more challenges in their non-conference schedule. They'll go play in Fort Myers in a tournament over Thanksgiving. Should be some good opponents there. And then a loaded ACC, as it is every season. Genesis, you know, it's not a forgiving league.
The ACC is an amazing league. I mean, they're always sending multiple teams into the NCAA tournament. And Florida State, they have a good chance to be a competing factor in the ACC this year.
A step in the right direction today. 89-64 Florida State. An onslaught in the second half, led by Shavers with 28.